Hi, you guys. Hi, both of you. Hi, the two of you. Who's here? Out yourself. Hi, Meg. Okay, my Mountain View, I've already name dropped you. What is it? What is it? What is it? It's not Maryland because that's our Cozy Mountain Life. It's something simple, and I get really mad that when I don't remember it. Kristen. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Christina. Hi, you guys. Hi, Shane. How are you? Christy. I was really close. I said Christine. Really close. Hi, you guys. How are we? I'm going to try that again. That was embarrassing. How are we? We doing well? Hi, Julie. JM Lawhead is Julie. Julie is JM Lawhead. Okay, I'll try. Thank you. So I got my hairs cut, and then I tried to do curly hair, and it went terribly sideways. But do you see what I mean about kind of stringy? Pros, you know how we all get those pros ads on Instagram? Like, they're close. They're close to getting me, but it's so expensive. Oh, your birth name is Christine. See, I'm good at this. It's been a really sneezy day. Hi, Lori. It's been so sneezy. It's been so sneezy. Hold on. I'm sorry. That was a good one. You're welcome. Okay, so can you guys hear my fan in the background going, trying to suck all the pollen out? I left the sliding glass door open for hours today. And then I was like, why am I so sneezy? Oh, it's all the freaking pollen. Like, the pollen is so big that you could write your name on my car every morning. If I washed it off the night before, in the morning, you could write your name in the pollen. No, Dana, you're right on time, my love. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Rebecca. How are we? Thank you, Jen. I tried to do a curly hair thing, you know, to impress my husband. Have I tried sulfate-free shampoo? I could try that. I cannot use Head and Shoulders. Head and Shoulders will give me like massive hives inside my hair. It's very weird. Hi, Rona. I'm not going to blow my nose again, that's for certain. Okay, we are trying to be peaceful and open and all that, but maybe not. You and your daughter lived in Thousand Oaks. The pollen was the same. It's so intense. And it's funny because then when it rains, you'll see like neon green swirls all through like the water, and then it'll dry on the sidewalk. Hi, how are you, Pam? So right now I'm using, what was it? Like Not Your Mother's Curl. So like Not Your Mother's Curl shampoo, Not Your Mother's Curl cream. Hi. Oh, Angel. Hi, honey. How are you? It's under 20 and snowing. It's so much. Hi, Jamie. Just a wee cleaning tip. You can get liners for your slow cooker crock pot. Yeah, I think it's going to like leach plastic into my food. I hate that part. There is a sulfate-free, only mentioned Head and Shoulders because it was affordable and at many stores. Yeah, Sally, my husband used Head and Shoulders. He loves it. It just makes me itch like crazy. And I thought, what did I think? I don't know. I thought something. Oh, I thought it was like lice all of the time. So I'm like constantly combing my hair, being like, is it lice? Is it lice? Can you be my son? Yeah, train. Come on over, baby. And then we can go on a train ride. I really want to go on a train ride. I've like been researching trains lately because I really want to go on a train ride. Rebecca, it's snowing there. Hi, Justine. Hi, Christy. Yeah, it's not snowing here. It is colder though. It's like 60, if you will. So, oh, I bet you I'm on Top Chat. Hold on, my loves. Oh, nope, that's not what I want to do. Where do I find it? Just a second. I'm worried I'm not seeing you guys. This You're terrified of trains? That's crazy. Okay, hold on one second. All messages. There we go. Sorry, guys. -2. Ew. Ew, my hands are really... I've got gel between my fingers still. Your roof was leaking. Pam, that's terrible, honey. No, I do like trains. A train through the Swiss Alps, that'd be so nice, Sarah. I would love that. The cross country, the US one, especially where it's like, what is it called? But you get to go through Utah and Colorado and all that. I don't remember which one it's called, but yeah, I definitely want to do that. And there's a very fancy Canadian one that sells out like crazy, but it's a bed in there. I swear it's called The Canadian is the train. I want to take that one too. 75 in Houston. Oh, that reminds me. Hi, Pandora Psychic, whose name is... You just said Pandora, actually. You didn't even say a name. You're like, it's Pandora from Pandora Psychic. So, but if your name is Pandora, sorry, Osomaki. California Zephyr, thank you so much, Angel. Ew, Dina, gross. Hi, Morticia Moo. How are you, sweetheart? Okay. Yeah, I do want to do, Jen, same train. I really want to do that all the way across. Oh, that is your real name. Oh, sorry, I was a little bit mocky, my love. Okay, so who here is Texas? Who here specifically is like Dallas, Fort Worth? Out yourself now. 25 degrees in Michigan. Texas. There we go. Oh, no. Shit, Alan, I almost got you, baby. There, we almost did it. Dallas, Fort Worth. Alan, do I know you, though? Like, do I know you? Gretchen, what were you trying to say? Hi, Alex. No train. Yay, Kelly. Your mom is in Grand... Okay, I'm really close, you guys. I'm trying very hard. You grew up there, but Gretchen, are you still around them areas? Sorry. Oh, okay. Alan's definitely going to get booted. There we go. Grand Prairie from Fort McMurray. Okay. Because I have a couple Texans, and I want to try to find my Texans real quick. I love you too, train lover. Mariana is in Sweden, which is very close to Texas. Super duper close. I would, God, Mary, me too. I'm like getting so stressed. Yeah, Jamie, I am. Because all my mods suck butts. Where are my mods? And I can fix that. Here we go. There's one. No notification, Cairo Kitten. You suck. Am I allergic to cats? I don't think so. I am allergic to, thank you, Winter's Night. I am allergic to the pollen. It's awful. You're in Oklahoma City. My husband and I were talking about moving to, because we talk about moving all the time, to Kansas City. And I was like, and then living in Kansas, he's like, Missouri, babe. I was like, I actually knew that, but I'm mad. Yeah, they suck, Mary. I am allergic to adulting. It's so bad right now. Grandbaby near San Antonio. Oh, cute. Oh, the mutton busting is so cute. I love that so much. Hi, Jerry. Hi, honey. My armadillo story was funny. That thing was ruining my life. But also it was really cute. Like, they have cute faces. They just destroy my yard and everything. Hey, Leo, the etymologist. Okay, so Leo, I love you and thank you. That was amazing. Kansas City, Missouri here. Okay, but there is a Kansas City, right? Like, there's both, right? Your hometown, San Antonio. I really do love San Antonio. Hey, Michelle. That's funny. Well, there are a couple of boys. Like, we have boys. But, like, also there are ones that I'm like, oh, that's definitely a boy, but it wasn't. And, okay, so Michelle is Shane. I will try very hard. He's such a butt, and Mac is the worst. Ugh. 3 people live there. Oh, Papillion, Nebraska. That's really cute. Oh, thank you, Asa T. That's so funny. Okay. You love that you just don't clean and play music. You have a 21-year-old son with Down syndrome, and you clean it repeatedly. Oh, you're welcome, Rona. Yeah, I did initially start out using music because I thought that's what we were supposed to do. And like, it was so hard. Thank you, Lori. It was so hard getting the volume to stay stable. And it was so much work. And so many people were like, stop with the freaking music. And then I did, and it's way easier. Hi, Sue Max. Amber from West Virginia. It's hot in here. Lori to the rescue. Well, Jamie, like, what are you doing with your life? Thank you, Patty. Oh, Kara, hey, honey. Sorry I'm always this way, but I'm sorry I'm so allergies, but we have a Benadryl on board. We're going to see how this goes. Hi, Karen. Music is boring except for my Christmas one, right? And then I canceled the Epidemic Sound, which is the licensing program that I was using, so I couldn't make a Christmas music one this year. I do want to ask my doctor about that. I think I go see my doctor in a couple weeks, and I'm going to see if I can get in. There we go. Kansas City, Kansas is like, eat St. Louis. Does it exist? Yes, but does it really? Right? Okay, so what I was thinking about is, because I know you guys aren't in here. The ones who aren't, hold on. The ones who live in Dallas aren't in here, but I want to, when I go to Dallas in October, I want to hang out. I'm like, let's try to figure out how to do that. Let's figure out where we're going to go see. I'm going to be in Irving. I'm going to be in Irving. I tried. Hi, Lena. It's just too complicated to try to keep track. And I'm done. I'm done trying. It pulls in more activity where I'm like, maybe it's people I actually like, but it's not. Okay. But I do want to meet up with my Texas people. I don't think I'm going to do meetups when I do my cross-country trip because I'll have my kids. And where I'm sure the vast majority of you guys are not murderers and child traffickers, it only takes one. So, so you're telling me about an 8-hour drive away? I mean, we could. Like, we'll just find somewhere in that zone and hang out. Hey, Sleek. How are you, sweetheart? I hope your day is blessed too. So yeah, Jen, come down. Let's hang out, you guys. Let's see each other. Like, we can go to Starbucks or something. I don't know. Oh, John waited the 5 minutes to say that. John, you waited 5 minutes of your life to say about Diddy? It's a choice. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate that. Hey, Melania. Okay, say your name, like spell it phonetically in here. Thank you, Leo. I really appreciate that. I'm trying. Okay, Lena, come to Dallas and hang out, you guys. I think it'd be really fun. I feel like the first night, one of the nights they might have the female entrepreneur thing again, and I very much found that worthwhile. And I need to find that one lady and be like, stick it. But I found that time worthwhile. But like the first night or the last night when they have like the going away party, they have this huge party and it's DJ'd. And I'm like, I'd rather die than go to a party and like club with somebody. But I mean, we could go do something. What's on my agenda today, Beth? This, and then I'm going to play video games. And then around 9:45 tonight, I'm going to be super pissed that I have makeup on. And I'm going to rage wash my face. What are you going to do today, honey? Malina. Thank you, Melina. Yeah, coffee's amazing. Christy hit entered too early, and you can't wait to start cleaning again. I've never felt like that before in my life. What's that like? Meg, hi, baby. What games are you playing? Okay, so it's always Breath of the Wild, and I am trying to find all of the Karuks, and it's so hard at this point because I have like 690 of them. There's 999. And so like I just open up my map and I drop little pinpoints of where I haven't walked yet and I go search it. So it's just me playing that game endlessly. It's not even fun at this point. Leo, I teach people about neurodivergence and I've told some folks about me. Oh, thank you so much. And how respectful I am with my daughters. And I'm raising awareness, and that's a ministry. Thank you, Leo. I love that you can tell me about disgusting bugs and make me feel a little bit better about them. Lori, you're taking a break from packing? Well, yeah, you need to take a look. Or put me on and pack. But I'm really excited for you. Lena's moving all day. So is Lori, Lena. Yay, Christy, you clean all the time. We should go meet up on a motorcycle and go riding. Sleek, I am terrified of motorcycles. No. They're so scary to me. They're so scary. You're hiding from the clothes in your dryer? Ah, frick. I bet you have to rewash my wash. Because I definitely didn't do any laundry yesterday, so whatever's in there has to be at least 36 hours old. Breath of the Wild, it's a Zelda game. It's a Zelda game. But I don't like, so then they also had Tears of the Kingdom. And I did not like Tears of the Kingdom hardly as much. I didn't like it very much. I didn't like the underworld at all. I do not like spending time in the underworld. Although when I loop back to it, I accidentally deleted my game. I don't know how I did it. So when I eventually revisit that game, I have to start from scratch. So Meg is moving towards Jerry, and then they're going to be best friends. Okay, I was talking too much, and now I just caught up. Tracy has clothes in the dryer. At least it's the dryer for 3 days. All you have to do is tumble it one more time and call it a day. Mom and Dad got in a motorcycle accident. Yeah, it's scary. And Lena hates moving. A lot of you guys are moving right now. I love it. So, Meg lives in Canada. She's Canada, Meg. She sucks. I think she lives on the East Coast and is moving west. Okay, so tell me this. Why is the front of my hair reasonably curly, but this part of my hair, no, doesn't. Okay, well, that's not proving my point like I wanted it to. Oh, Mary, good job, sweetheart. You're lucky if your washer and dryer are inside. Yeah, it's amazing. I love that. Hold on. I'm doing it. Hold on. You guys are all wobbly. Like, you guys are wonky. Why are you doing that to me? Sugar ants can be controlled with tarot traps. Yes, when I lived in Oregon, that's what we used. We had so many. And then hopefully my bug guy comes next week and sprays the yard for ticks. I haven't seen any centipedes, but I did see another cockroach just outside my garage door. It was dead, but big bug dropped in my hair? Probably. Sugar ants? Oh my God, they're like tiny. They're not tiny, but they're black ants that come in when it rains in Oregon and just like invade your kitchen. They suck. Hi, Melanie. How are you, sweetheart? You need to hook me up with your firstborn. They're a master stylist. Yes. Are they in South Carolina? We have a bug guy. My autistic son loves to sprinkle cereal everywhere. Yeah. Putting my house on the market soon. Good job, Tracy. Yes, get your acre or two. Get the chickens. Let's start having let's plan like that. Is Millennial Meg still in here, or did she just drop in, drop out? You don't have many beasties, Tracy? Yeah, we have so many. Midgies, are those like biting gnats? We have those, and they can come in through the screens and destroy my son. Okay, North Carolina. Coffee grounds sprinkled in yard help control bugs, but I don't drink coffee. I wouldn't have any coffee grounds at all. Imagine if fire ants came inside. Shut up. Your chickens won't come out of the coop due to the snow. That's funny. They're wee, tiny, invisible bugs, but do they fly? They think they fly, right? We call them no-see-ums. I wonder, Leo, are no-see-ums and midges the same? A rooster named Mac does sound very, very funny to me. Marita, I might and I might not. It's hard for me to hold names until I see it like 20,000 times. Like my Mountain View, I've seen 100,000 times, and I'm like, hey, what's your name again? It's Christy. You use coffee grounds to fertilize your blueberry bushes? I hate blueberries. My kid loves them. I think they're so gross. They're flies, but not sure if they're midges. Okay, thank you, Leo. Feel for my son. He gets welts from bug bites. Yeah, he gets huge ones. I took a picture of him because our air conditioning broke last year and took a while to get repaired. And so we were leaving our windows open because it's incredibly hot. But the little no-see-ums can go through and bite. And like his entire neck and back were covered in welts. You live near St. Mary's. Sand gnat capital of the world. Ugh. 5 minutes. Sashi, you waited 5 minutes to write boob show. That's what you do with your life? That's really embarrassing. Wow. Yeah, we have like so many things of hydrocortisone cream, and I keep it in the front. Like Leo says yes. Thank you, Melanie. I keep several different things of cortisone 10 in several different places, and my son actually keeps one in his room. Oh, wait. Cindy J said, I've been meaning to ask that too, Brenna. What were you meaning to ask, babe? Oh, moved my own face. How's the little girl who got burned? I saw her yesterday. She looks great. Yesterday we had our homeschool meetup for Valentine's, and she was there and was having fun running around, playing on the playground and everything like that. She is healed, and there are some scars that are too raised, and like the skin, it's just raised and kind of folded not well. And so in a little while, under sedation, unfortunately, she has to have 4 series of laser corrections to see if they can get it, because the skin is a huge problem because she's so little. The skin has to be able to move and flex with her. And luckily it's in a very easily concealable space on her that she'll have done. And then they're also doing custom sized compression garments for her. She has regular compression garments, but they're just not enough. So they measured her out, and she'll be getting those soon. And that should help with the smoothing of the scars. Like, it should help her skin heal in a more smoothed way. And hopefully it'll take 4 rounds of the laser correction for her to know whether or not the laser is going to work for her skin. So, yeah, so that's how she is. And she was doing great and ran around and played with everyone for Valentine's. There are many types of midges. Gross. Yeah, she's so cute and sweet. And I was like, hey, how are you doing? And she goes, fine. And kept walking. And her mother is like, absolutely not. We say, how are you? We ask it back. And then so she's like, oh, how are you? And she wandered off. And I was like, you're a terrible mother. My kids would never. My kids are raised properly. Why are you such a bad mom? And then another mom's like, no, she's a great mom. I was like, don't stick up for her. We're bullying Jessica. Jessica today. So that was really fun. Chiggers. Yes. So, whenever I talk about how much I love the Spanish moss, everybody's like, there's chiggers in there. Don't touch it. And I was like, I know. I just like looking. I'm not going to wrap myself in it. Jerry, your youngest touched a treadmill earlier this month and got 2nd and 3rd degree friction burns on 3 fingers. Yuck, Jerry. Thank you, Kat. I'm trying to, I was going to say baby trap my husband, but I already did that. I'm trying to, I don't know. I'm trying to dazzle my husband. See if he'll go out with me. I wonder if he'll go steady with me. Hi, Steve. How are you? Chiggers are mites. Leo, see, this is why you need to be in my chat all the time. I love you. She's healing fast, but it's been wild. Wah. Not insects. Oh, okay. Well, I completely thought mites were an insect. You did that with the treadmill. Okay, so I was thinking about this earlier today. I got an offer from, I don't remember the company, but they've been hounding me. And so they're like, could you please? And so they don't want to pay me. They just want me to use their product. And I'm like, not super into it because a lot of the time, like, okay, for example, a new couch. Somebody's like, you can have this new couch. I was like, I don't want a new couch. I was like, what are you, like, what are you offering? Because in my mind, what I would do is obviously move some furniture, display the new couch. I mean, like, ta-da, and then take that couch and gift it to somebody who needs a couch, right? But you would have to pay to have people move and haul and do all of that, and you have to pay taxes on whatever they gift you. And so I was like, I'm not going to pay movers, like, to haul old couches if, let's say, I'm getting rid of one of mine. I was like, and all the taxes and, like, the time and effort it takes to create and edit a video, like, I don't want to do that for free. But they're like, but the couch is, like, $700. And I was like, yes, but you're forgetting that I don't give a crap. And nor do I want it. Like, so many, they're like, but it's free. I'm like, yes, but I don't want it. Somebody else is like, here are some really cool vacuum tools we're focused on electronic vehicles. I was like, I don't even have that. And they're like, but it would be free. I'm like, yeah, but I don't even have an electronic vehicle. I don't need to vacuum one out. Or do I ever want it? But this this is why I'm thinking of this. It's a Peloton bike-esque thing. And they're like, it's like the best alternative to a Peloton bike. And I was like thinking about, remember when the treadmills were killing young kids and animals when Peloton was dealing with that? It was like 4 years ago. Do you guys remember that? Like, little kids would get sucked into the treadmill and dogs. Why would, I don't know, Sally. Like, why would it even need, they're like, we're really targeting that group. And I was like, okay, I'm not that group. I don't even talk about cars. You guys are still talking about bugs. Benadryl makes me feel miserable, Melanie. I took one. I don't really have anything to do for a week and a half, so I'm just going to be hungover. Dana doesn't remember that. It's true. It was crazy. Your son got hurt on a treadmill because he crouched down on it pretending to be luggage. That's so cute. Treadmills are terrifying. They are so dangerous and scary. This one would have been a bike. Bugs. Leo, you won't love the story, but just suspend belief for a second. My favorite video of my son is watching a bee stick his head in a flower, and he goes, he's making the honeys. He's just like 3. And he goes, bumblebees are bugs. And I was like, oh, yes. And he goes, yeah, they're bugs. It was just the cutest thing for some reason, where he's just like, every time the bee put his little head in the honey, he would say he's in the flower. He's like, he's making the honeys. They're bugs. So cute. I think they're bugs, right, Leo? They're bugs. And they're making the honeys. An athlete's daughter died. Yes. He was so cute with it. I love watching it. It's so funny to me. And then the other one, he's about the same age, and it's him dropping the F word because he fell over. And I just kept it. I took a video of it, and I kept it to remind myself always that I am the best mom there is. Oof. Australia's giant bugs. Are they really that big, you guys? Oh, Leah said yes. Okay, then good. You get to think that story's cute. Are the spiders in Australia really that big? Somebody tell me. Like the size of dinner plates? Of which I'm almost out of dinner plates at this point. Okay, so you guys know the plate bowls where they're mostly plates, but they're also kind of bowls? I used to have a set of 6 and now I have 2. I have to get new. I look like your computer teacher. Nice. I have to get more forks and spoons, no knives, and a few more pasta bowls. Though, yeah, they're the pasta bowls. Yeah, I need those too. Never lost a spider in the bedroom. Ooh, Melina. Lena, you gotta get dinner? Dang. Time zones are weird. Buggy bug in your family for any bug. Oh, that's cute, Jen. Thank you, Hannah. You're sure on those as well as forks and spoons? Like my kids, also, I think it's my husband too. I think he takes them to work, the forks mostly, and then they're just at work. The spiders you work with are the palm. We have banana spiders here. And that was one that was up over the trees when I'd go on walks. And I still, like, that one blew away during Helene. That spider his web did not survive the storm. And I still am really scared to walk on that part of the road where I'm like, I know it's freaking up here, just trying to jump on me. Where can you buy them other than Amazon? Gretchen, I feel like everything's just on Amazon. Like, not our home goods, we have home goods, but the Bed Bath & Beyond's out of business. You can get them maybe at Target, Walmart. Another snowstorm, Melanie? Yikes. What is a banana spider? So it's a spider, but its legs are like black and white stripes, like a chunk's black, and then you get a little bit yellow, and then a chunk of black, and then a little bit yellow. Gretchen, you quit Amazon? You're going to have to go to Target or Walmart. And they're huge. Like, this is their wingspan, if you will, their leg span. But their bodies are like this much. Who has a clean pantry? Hi, dinosaur. Who has a clean pantry? If you leave them alone and give them their own space. I don't know, Cairo. That one looked like it could eat one of my dogs. I am scared of it. Does it bite? I don't know. I won't get close enough to it, Lena. Probably. Your old pet tarantula was huge. I don't think they're as big as a tarantula, though. Melanie doesn't even have a pantry. Banana spiders are yellow. What the hell spider do I have then? I was going to look it up on my phone, but you guys are my phone, so it's just huge. Walmart is the devil. This is how you save money, not buying online and you hate stores. Gretchen, how do you get any of your things? Will you go to Target? Nope, I'm not talking about an orb weaver, Leo, because it's not like it's not a fat bottom girl. Ugh. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so it is an orb weaver. Damn it. Okay, ugh. They're so gross looking. It is black and yellow, like the yellow body, but there's like a black stripe on top, kind of like a wolf spider-ish. And then, yeah, the legs are black and yellow ringed. It does say that they're an orb weaver. What does that even mean? They're not usually dangerous to humans. Why would you say it like that? Not usually dangerous, but their bite can be painful, which means it bites people. That guy was just waiting to drop down on me and eat my face. You're in a buy Canada phase, so you buy Canada. I'm hoping to buy Canada. I feel like pretty soon it'll come pretty cheaply. Orb Weaver sounds like a dang witch. Oh, I love that. That's very cute. It's just a group of spiders. Don't be all casual about it, Leo. They're disgusting. Don't be like, oh, it's just a group of spiders. Shut up. It's horrifying. And I thought orb weavers had like the huge bulbous butt, which like, I'm not trying to body shame them, but also like, stop doing squats. You're done. You're good. Like, do some bench presses. Your typos are embarrassing today. How dare you even have them? Jamie, I will unmod you so fast if you say anything else nice about a spider. Buy only Canadian goods. This is our response to the trade war. I'm going to buy Canada, and then they will all be Beth goods. And they're going to be expensive. Oh yeah, Canadians. Do you guys ever watch Camping with Steve? I feel like he went to Canadian Tire and bought a couple of tents one day and then was like, that's how I knew Canadian Tire existed. Hi, babe. Dinner needs to be heated. We're going to have Brenner tonight because I have a lot of bacon that I want to eat and sourdough bread. Good luck, Melanie. Nothing is made in Canada anymore. Well, I think you popped out some kids in Canada. Can we buy those? Huge spiders in the UK in the autumn. Oh, Anne. Yeah, we have such big freaking... Hi, Ruth. Buggy's here. What time is it where I am? 13:35. Although, wait, those big spiders love to come inside to find a popped lost ticks. Wait, Leo, I believe, was the one who told me that even if you pop ticks, they can survive and come eat you. I'm really on the fence now about Leo. Like, initially, sure. Seems like a good idea to have a Leo. And then I'm kind of on the, ugh. Now I have goosebumps. Should we kick him? Should we ban him for being gross about bugs and telling us about them? Now we're talking about them. Thank you, Mrs. Jack. Ugh. Okay, thin ice, probationary period. Or 135 for the rest of us. Well, you know what? Some people are good at military time. It's 1936 in Serbia. Hi, Miroslava. How are you, sweetheart? We all love Leona's facts. Tracy, shut up. Jamie, it's early for Jamie. Yeah, I'm like getting icked out. Hi, Lexi. I'm getting icked out. Your cousin lives in South Carolina. Ew, yeah, brown recluses will rot your flesh off. My dad got bit by one recently. And by recently, I mean like 3 years ago on his belly. Because he lives in Texas sometimes. And he was under his sink trying to fix something. And he got bit by a brown recluse. Then, like, a snake was in his house. And then, like... Occasionally, if you go there, sometimes before you like scramble eggs or do anything on the cooktop, you have to be careful because sometimes there are scorpions on the cooktop. It was a nightmare. He doesn't live in that house anymore. Now he moved. Yuck, Texas. What's wrong with you? There are worse things, Beth. Just imagine the times you've had them crawl across your back. I haven't had a spider crawl across my back. I've just had like cockroaches crawl across my back. You got a black spider tattoo on your neck when you were 18. And your mom used to slap you hard all that time and act like she killed a spider cat. I don't know if you were trying to make that cute, but it's not. And I want to hug you. You don't need your neck slapped. I love you, cat. Also, don't get tattoos on your neck of spiders. Gross. Am I going to do a podcast? I want to, but I'm worried of what to talk about. Like, to the camera, like I wish I would have somebody with me, but there's no one here really that I'd be like, hey, do you want to interview? Trust me, it's comforting to have an entomologist in your life. Oh, says the entomologist. I think it's comforting to have a occasionally stable, very narcissistic tradwife in your life. Is this a bed bug? That's true. Okay, Leo, all of that's true. Also, we had bed bugs. 99% of the time, like, I love sending pictures. I mean, like, what? I also like that for people who know snakes, where I'm like, friend or foe? Tell me right now before I kick it out of my porch. Getting your first tattoo this week. Allergic to Band-Aid adhesive. Yuck. You would do an interview with me, Meg, but no one's going to understand your accent, right? Also, your personality is not good. Hi there. Slanted-eyed snakes are poisonous. Am I correct? Maybe. I'm just not super familiar. Like, I've looked at pictures and stuff. I'm not like really versed in Georgia snakes because there's such a blend of friend and foe. Whereas in Northern California, you're like rattlesnake, foe. And those are your snakes. Like rattlesnake, that's a foe. Not going to go near it. And they announce when you're nearby. It's like, hey, bestie, don't step on me. I don't want to be a part of this. And it's so easy. You can just avoid them. Sarah's also allergic to adhesives. Meg's trying to claim she's awesome. It's a lie. Nobody listened to her. The grossest bag I ever saw and killed was a white cricket. Its guts were the same color as outside. Gretchen. Hi, Robin. How are you, sweetie? Ew, I've never seen a white cricket. Gross. Good luck. Okay. Yeah, good luck with your tattoo, sweetheart. Leo said, Brenda, last year a friend sent a spider photo and asked if it was a brown recluse. For the first time, the answer was yes, and it was in his hotel room. No thank you. And see, the thing is like we have brown recluses, we have black widows here, and I'm not afraid of black widows because I rarely go where black widows go. But at my mom's house, it's really sketchy because in the chicken feed barrel, black widows like to live in the dark barrel, and you stick your hand in to get the scoop to scoop the chicken feed. And that's the one time I'm like super wary about a black widow. I'm like, okay, this is sketchy, but like I'm hardly ever in sheds in somebody's backyard. I hardly ever go underneath my house because we don't have a crawl space. Like copper-headed rattle moccasin. Jen, I'm going to start calling them that. Dare's like, where was that hotel? So I never ever go there. We got bed bugs from a Radisson Inn in Washington, D.C. My husband brought them back. It was a real treat. It was really nice. Because he was like, I have acne. Like, I'm getting acne all over me. And he's like, it just itches. And I don't understand what's happening. Is this puberty? And then one night we were reading to the kids on their bed. And one like marched across the bed. And so we had to pay well over $4,000 to have our home heat treated because I couldn't have them keep coming back and spraying chemicals. My kids were like basically licking floorboards as it was anyways. They were not to be trusted to not touch or eat the poison. And so we had to like bake up the house. And when they came out, they're like, we actually didn't see any others. And I was like, I want you to lie and pretend like it was the worst bed bug infestation you've ever seen. So I feel better about the check that I'm writing right now. Have you seen the amount of cockroaches Clean with Barbie deals with and isn't phased yet? Yet she screams at spiders. I'm genuinely concerned there are going to be cockroaches behind my fridge. I just really am so scared that there is one. Or 40,000. We have like, I'm so scared they live under there. Yeah, $4,000, Dana. It was so expensive. It was so expensive. But like the other option is to have bed bugs. I mean, do I want to swap dangerous animal stories? Yes, Amy, I do. Oh yeah, Lena, you can't. It's going to be gross. Do I ever watch Bones? Yes, I used to. And then I got really annoyed when they finally hooked up and like she was having his baby. And I felt like that dynamic was super uncomfortable after that. I was really bummed out. Heat treatment is all that actually works, right? And I needed to. Also, we did not get all of the crayons out of one of the closets. And so we had melted crayons, so. Also, heat treatment is how I got rid of the twins having lice in kindergarten. The kids were just all passing it back and forth like crazy. Like we could not, we had at like 3 rounds of lice within a couple months, and which I felt like we had gotten rid of them, but there's a chance that we never actually got rid of them and that they were just rehatching. But like all of kindergarten was just playing catch with lice. And finally I did it to myself, but one like very section at a time, I took a flat iron and I like combed their hair, got all the adults out, and then I flat ironed every piece. It took so long, but it finally killed all the eggs and we got rid of it. Blah. Right, Melanie? They did need that. Your sister had chipmunks inside her heating ductwork. Oh, that is cute. Beth, you get your house treated. There's no bugs behind your fridge. Just have Matt come do it. So if there are bugs in there, they can attack it, right? I just feel like they're back there because occasionally we will have a random cockroach somewhere, right? Like occasionally you're just like, where the hell did that come from? Like once every few weeks. And I'm like, are they coming from outside or are they behind my fridge? The flat iron was the best method. Like is all I'm ever going to do. Hi, Angela. Leo, do you think there are cockroaches behind my fridge? And that's why we're getting it's not cockroaches. What are they? The palmetto bugs? Do you think the palmetto bugs live behind my fridge? Right? There's never only one cockroach, but like we don't have evidence of cockroaches, and I'm very cautious to keep our dog food. What if there's 100 million palmetto bugs behind my fridge? You went to high school in Georgia, cockroaches are everywhere. I mean, they are everywhere, but like you would probably see many more. Thank you, Leo, even if that was a lie. But yeah, every few months or so, the cats are very excited and I go over and it's either a cockroach or a centipede. How the hell are they getting in my house? If I saw one cockroach, I'd move and leave everything behind. Mary, don't come to Georgia. You will not enjoy it here. Leo, do they have cockroaches in Scotland? You can do hard things. Oh, thanks, babe. Ruth, I love you. Bye, honey. They're giant cockroaches. This big. Hi, B. How are you, sweetie? Ugh, stressed. 1974. Joe's old. I don't like spiders and snakes. Okay, I'll have to look that up because I do not know that one. Have I seen the Human Centipede movie? No, Rebecca, but I've seen somebody summarize it on YouTube. That's how I watch scary movies. I watch summaries of scary movies on YouTube. Sewer roaches? What the hell is a sewer roach, Sue? Your mom grew up in Georgia, been there many times, never saw a cockroach? That's wild to me, Mary. There's so many here. And living in Hawaii, there were cockroaches all the time in Hawaii. You have them because of the woods behind your house. It's like just nature back there. But we're going to put up a fence soon, and I bet the fence keeps the roaches from walking anywhere. I'm from Hawaii. The cockroaches are humongous. They are so big. So big. Palmetto bugs do not live long indoors. They live in leaf litter. Oh my God. Of course. We have so many leaf. Like just the forest behind my house is a bunch. Louisiana has a ton. Louisiana, if you're there right now, babe, you're getting some weather. And they like damp places. My whole life is a damp place. Yes, in Florida, they do put up screen porches. We do that here too. We didn't, but my neighbors did. And when we had the ice storm a few weeks ago, the whole screen porch collapsed in because I guess it wasn't built for that. When you lived in Thailand, I'm not going to be able to say that. Koh Phangan, there was brown dog ticks. Ew. And they sit at doormats waiting to hitchhike into the house. Gross, Lena. He also had a place in Branson, Missouri. Mary, Sorry. Ooh, Sherry's in Fort Worth. Tracy, a what? A tick? You have fly screens on our doors and windows? We do, Amy. And you know what? Most people in this area pull their screens off of all of their windows because no one opens up their house. They just use the air conditioning because it's so hot and humid. And also the gnats, the no-see-ums can get through the screen. 5 trees during the ice storm. That's a lot. Hummingbirds trying to switch topics. I know, we go into such weird tangents. Do not chew your lips. Please do not do it. Did I just try to chew my lip? You called the police on a hummingbird last month? Oh my God. Okay, so I need you guys to answer. We're switching to something gross, you guys. We're moving to dog poop. Ready? When you go on a walk with your dog, or someone, when one person goes on a walk with their dog on a street, and their dog goes to the bathroom and they put it in the baggie, is it fine to throw it in a trash can that's not yours, that's on the streets? Not fine to throw it in a trash can that is not yours on the streets. Now, if we have to be like super, super specific, trash has already been picked up. No, it's not fine. It's fine. Yes, it's totally fine. Dana said, really? Not fine, not fine. It's fine, not fine. Ooh, Brett says not fine in all caps. Nellie says no. Sarah says people get really mad about it. It's fine. Nope, only on trash day. No. Oh my God, we did a poll about this in my neighborhood on Facebook because people were complaining about public trash can, but not someone else's. Not okay, fine. Bagged, yes, Sue, always bagged. No, if the trash is already picked up. If any question, don't do it. Even if you don't mind, it's not mine. Only if, okay, so I say it's fine. It's fine for like, yeah, throw it in. I don't care. It's not like I'm going to do anything with my trash can anyways. I'm just going to throw more trash on it. I think it's fine, especially if like the other option is nobody's picking up dog poop in the neighborhood or they bag it, but for some reason leave it, which drives me insane. Why are you doing that? So somebody posts on my Facebook neighborhood page, which I went on there to see about the homeschool meetup. I'm never on my Facebook page. I just hate Facebook. And this person was like, I saw you on my Ring Cam and I hope you like having it because I'm going to give it right back to you. I'm going to find you and mine won't be bagged. You reap what you sow. And I was just like, that is intense. But also obviously took pictures of the dog poop in the bag in the trash can, but then they fished the dog poop in the bag out of the trash can to take a second picture and posted that with it. And for one, I'm always like, listen, if somebody else's dog poops on your yard or the can and stuff like, can we all just like believe you? Can we believe without photo evidence? I just want us to like go off of faith. Stop taking, like also when the Canadian geese come through and poop on everybody's driveway, like we can't fix that. That's nature. But people will also take pictures of that and post it. And I was like, just say the geese pooped on your yard. Like, it's fine. We don't have to see it. We can believe you. But then anytime somebody was like, hey, and in the comments, they're like, is this something that's not okay? Like, are we not okay with this? And underneath, she was like, I don't know who raised you. She was so mean. And then my favorite neighbor was like, okay, yes, this is terrible, but could we not post pictures? And she was like, what did she say? She was like, you seem non-educated. If you had any grace and stuff, like went after her. So I was not impressed with that. And I wrote, what is it? Something like, whoa, buddy, big feelings. No need to be an absolute dick to everybody. These are your neighbors. Be kind. And then she responded with like, thanks for gendering me, but I'm a girl. I was like, anybody can be a dick, as evidenced by you being a complete dick right now. Like, not a boy thing, not a girl thing. You could be my buddy and a complete dick, and you're being both right now. Stop it. And then they were like, I'm sorry if I offended you. I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, apologize to everybody else that you're calling ill-educated and tactless and poorly raised. Like, I don't care. And it was so amazing, and I loved my coffee, and I watched it, and it was so good. Yeah, I just, like, and so half of us were like, it's fine, and the other half was like, no, you're uncouth. And I was like, okay, well, here the bins belong to the city, so it's not private property. It belongs to the rubbish company here, and anything on the street is not public, is public. Like, I can go through your trash. If your trash can's on the street, I can go through it and see what you have, because you no longer have privacy there. Yeah, it's just so crazy. And like, to be like, I have evidence of you on my camera. I was like, bitch, this isn't a court of law. This is Facebook. Stop that. Yeah, it's so weird. And then they're like, you're like, I've heard crazy things. Like, people be like, get your effing dog. And I was like, okay, well, people yelled at when your dog is like coming at them and they don't appreciate that. So that feels like another your responsibility situation. The neighbor complained about the dog poop. Even when it was picked up, she thought the grass was needed to be washed away with hose water. Like, that's so crazy. HOAs are the worst. Your son does that as a cop. It's legal. Yeah, right? Like, I love going through people's trash. Like, what I want to know what they're doing wrong. For 86,000 minutes. Melanie, what a wild choice. 86,000 minutes. Have fun, white boy Rick. You don't bring your garbage up to my house, so you're fine with people using your garbage. Oh, yeah, no, you'll get a fine here. You get a fine if you don't hide. We have to hide our trash so nobody knows we have trash. Like when I'm trying to clean my house and I don't want you guys to know that I have underwear, you have to hide it and be very private. And if you don't hide it from view, you get a fine. What if they found out it wasn't a dog at all, but a feral cat? We do have feral cats, and people complain about those cats pooping too. We're like, ma'am, who can we possibly go? Like, how are we doing this? And there's a couple in my neighborhood who trap, neuter, release the stray feral cats. And so, like, there are people in our neighborhood actively trying to help, but you don't have to post pictures of cat poop and be like, the feral cats are pooping again. It's like, sorry. What about the wild animals that poop on your lawn, right? They send pictures. They're like the geese. It's so funny. It is so, you have to hide it. You don't let people know that you have trash cans. Just got fined $200 last month for your trash being too obvious. I hate that. Thank you, Brittany. I'm trying to dazzle my husband. So some people have issues with bodily fluids of anything, so there's no need to, like, it's, the thing is that bothers me is like, love, these are your neighbors. Like, this is who you trick or treat with. This is who's going to come help you, like, if something goes wrong in the neighborhood. And this is like the people you want your little kid to play with. You want them to have local friends. Like, you don't want to be, like, it was uncomfortable level of unhinged, especially when she was posting under her husband. So I thought it was a man. And I was like, I'm so uncomfortable with your level of anger and like aggressiveness right now. What if you come knock on my door so you could say it to my face? Like, I am uncomfortable right now. HOA is like a rental cop. That's why I'm on my HOA. I'm on the ones where I'm like, your trash can showing and stuff. And I joined that part because I park my RV in my driveway from time to time to do things. And you can get a fine for having it out there too long, but it's not clear in the rules how long you're allowed to have it. I called repeatedly trying to collect it. And so now I'm like on the board so I can know in advance, like, oh, okay, yeah, no, let me move it. And I wanted to keep it reasonable. I want to have reason. I want to be like, hey guys, maybe we don't care that much about this thing, but we do about other things. Like, I want chickens that roam my neighborhood. Your HOA's laid back, Lori. I love that. That is rare. I'm trying to keep it not insane. I think you get back to the universe what you put out there, right? Which means somebody is aggressively calling me a dick right now. And I probably deserve it, to be honest. Armageddon said the next war would be people against people, not war over land and power. I love that. What's an HOA? Okay, Amy. An HOA is, so you have a neighborhood, right? And then you have a homeowners association, HOA. It's an association of your set neighborhood. Every house has to pay money into it. And then they control like how the houses look and do upkeep on like the public areas, like the grass is mowed and flowers are planted. But it's primarily to be like, okay, you can't park your broken down car in your front yard and do maintenance. You can't, like, for example, we cannot hang our clothes out on a line because apparently that's trashy behavior to not use a dryer. But they can control certain other things. It's trying to keep the neighborhood nice, but then they get really wrapped up. And what a problem with our HOA is that the builders who built out our neighborhood, they established the HOA. Just last year, the homeowners got control over it and you elect people. But the builders made it to where like they get away with literally everything. For example, here's one that's just absolutely batshit because they're building homes. They want to control who buys homes. We can't put our house a for sale sign in our yard. It's not allowed because they want people buying the new houses that are able to be advertised. Like we aren't allowed to do that. Reminds me, I'm going to bring that up at the next meeting to get that changed. Yes, we got a warning for what color our house we were painting. Like, we were getting our fence. We had to submit what the fence would look like to the HOA so they could be like, yes, that's fine. Jen, you disposed no less than 8 to 10 bags of unabandoned. I hate that, Jen. Like somebody owned a vacant lot. And we were having our HOA meeting and they were like super obsessed with the idea that people were letting their dogs poop on their vacant lot that had trees and everything. It just looks like forest. And they're like, who do we come after? We kept being like, that's a civil matter. Like you actually have to call the police if you want to trespass people, if you know who they are. They're like, but who are the HOAs going to take care of this? I was like, it's just like having a meth lab. Sure, you're not allowed to have it per HOA rules because of nuisance violations. But it's not the HOA who should handle that. That's a criminal complaint. Like, anyway, they suck. Oh, another nearby non-HOA properties. You never felt like a homeowner until you bought a non-HOA house, right? And here, I said I wasn't going to buy another HOA house, and then we immediately did, so. When you explain HOAs, it's diabolical. I hate HOAs. Which is why I joined it. I would prefer to be voluntarily evil. Sure, but it's so hard here because here it feels like you're either in an HOA because they're very, very prevalent, or you just don't get a house. Yeah, Brett, it's hard to avoid an HOA here. Yeah, the developments are the HOA. They start out that way, and then you're just like, oh, okay. And I love it because we're in a gated community, right? But literally the only part that has gates are where you drive in. Like you can walk past the gate. There's nothing connecting. There's no fence. Just driving. And they're broken most of the time. Live inside water access panels outside. You lift them and spray. You never get them, but it makes a dent. Thank you, Chris. You moved to Oregon to get out of an HOA? I was in an HOA in Oregon last time. I hated that HOA. I love the posts of people who don't get in trouble, who get in trouble with their HOA and find a loophole to piss everyone off. Gretchen, that one cracks me up too. Loved your kitchen declutter. Thank you, babe. Next video, probably my patio. It's disgusting. I just need to wait for it to be like reasonable. I want it to be warm enough that I don't get cold power washing, but not so hot I die of heat stroke. So probably that. And I also want to clean my house. My house is relatively clean. It's not the worst. But has the death mold remained gone? Yes. The inside of my fridge looks really, really pretty. There's a person in the HOA that has one of those 12-foot tall skeletons. They dress up for every holiday. That is really funny. Once my HOA in Oregon, they were pissed because I had a shamrock on my door for a little bit too long. And they were like, the holiday is over. And we wrote back that I was Irish and it was my heritage. And then they had to leave me alone. Yes. Okay, elephant. We can't have signs in our yard, so there were no political signs allowed, but you could have flags. So people just started posting flags with their political team that they wanted. Because you're like, okay, so like, and even like a flag on a stick in your yard, fine. But if it has like, if it's a sign that you post, not fine. It's so stupid, the rules. Have I seen Dead Man's Fingers mold? No. Morgan lives in an Oregon HOA. Probably my old HOA. In 63. Look up Irish hair. That's why your curls are different? Okay. It's how the apocalypse starts? Oh, I ate my own hair. I'm going to wrap up soon. Blow my nose 38 times. I'm going to make some popcorn. And then I'm going to play Zelda. And it's going to be so much fun. I'm really excited. It's like the first Saturday my husband hasn't worked in a long time. So that's really good too. Oh, Sherry, that's so funny that you had a big tree out front that died. And so you had it carved into a scary. That's so cute. Well, how do you do this? One of my neighbors knows that I have a YouTube channel. She's the house that we decorated a while ago. And she and I like to plot our take over the world. A couple other neighbors know I have one because they've seen me filming like my porch or my garage, but they don't watch it, which is good. For my bathroom, use vinegar instead of bleach. I think I'm going to try the peroxide first, Lena, because that works so well on the molds on my windowsill. But open windows. I do not have a window in my bathroom. Okay, I do not have an opening window in my bathroom. I have like one of those tiny windows that does not open, and the fan sucks. The fan is terrible. We need to fix that. Bleach doesn't kill mold, it just discolors it. Lori, is that true? That's not true. Lori's full of lies. More curls because of haircut. Thank you, Sue. Bye, Mackenzie. Everybody tell me if Lori's full of crap, please. Your husband's a cop and left. Oh my God, Alexis, that's so scary. Like the pit in your stomach when you drop them off for training and you're like, oh God, I'm in charge of the kids by myself forever until they come back. That moment was so hard for me. I dropped Mark off at the airport so he could go away for training for 6 months. The twins were 18 months old, maybe. And I was pregnant with Calvin, but we didn't think I was going to stay pregnant. Oh, did you guys want to? So Mark got into the U.S. Marshals, right? And the academy is 6 months long and it's in Georgia. And we were in California, right? We were near San Francisco. And we were supposed to stay in San Francisco. That's where his first duty station was supposed to be. But, okay, so you guys know how we have sheriffs who are elected, and then you have sheriff deputies. So, like, you have a sheriff of a zone, and then sheriff deputies who actually do the work. So you have the same. You have zones, and you have a marshal who's presidentially appointed. So it's a political position. And then you have then you have the marshal deputies who do the work, right? So it's the same structure, if that makes sense. The marshal of our zone like got into a fight with the administration, and so they were like, they took all of his new marshals away, which was my husband. So when we were told that we were going to stay in Sacramento, then there was like a political fight and we got yoinked and we didn't know where we were going. And they bumped up Mark's leave date. And so Mark and I were like, okay, well, just prior to that, we're like, well, if I get pregnant now, it'll be fine because I'll just be, you know, mostly through the pregnancy, and then you'll come back and it'll be fine. So he got yoinked, and I was like brand new pregnant, and we're like, oh, okay, so now not only is he going to be gone, but I'm going to have to move everyone super pregnant, and we don't know where we're moving to. Anyway, that part was really fun. But we went in for a check with the early pregnancy. Mark was here. He was there. And I went into the thing, and they didn't find a heartbeat. And they're like, "Oh, yeah, sure, you're kind of pregnant, but this isn't a viable pregnancy. This isn't for you." And so they said that we could wait 1 week to check back in before we make any decisions about, you know, taking chemicals to be done. And then Mark's move date moved up. And so I was going to have to do that alone. And I was really, really scared. And I remember we were looking for boots for him. And I was really upset because I felt sick to my stomach. And I was so mad at my body for making me feel pregnant when I was clearly not going to be able to have a baby. And I was mad at myself. I was so mad at myself. And I was really, really, really scared because I wasn't going to have Mark with me. And it felt like a very intense thing to do by myself. And so the checkup, the follow-up 1 week later, I dropped Mark off at the airport, then dropped my kids off with a neighbor that I knew, and then went to the doctor. And the doctor was running super late. And I finally got in as Mark was almost ready to take off, and they were doing the ultrasounds. And they're like, the blob looks bigger, but there's really nothing there still. And I was like, great, awesome, amazing. And so Mark was on the phone with me, and he's like, I have to get off the phone, babe. And I was like, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this isn't going to happen for us, babe. Like, I know your plane's going to take off. I'm really sorry. And so we hung up, and like I shifted my body just a tiny bit, and they were still doing the ultrasounds. And I moved a tiny bit, and they're like, oh shit, hold on. There's the heart. And it was there. They just weren't at the right angle. And so like Mark had turned off his phone. So I'm like panic texting, trying to see if I can get it through to him before he took off and flew. But I was like, the baby's still here. Like, the baby's still here. You know, I'm not going to have to miscarry without you and stuff like that. And so it was crazy. And he did it, like he landed and saw all of my crazy text messages about how it was a mistake. The baby was still totally okay. There was a heart after all and stuff like that. And so it was so wild of a ride. And I was so grateful that I was going to be able to have my baby without having a miscarriage without my husband. But like, that was really scary that I was so close to just being like, I guess not. And it was fine. So yeah, it was such a blessing. It was such a blessing. And, yeah. And poor Mark, he had to do that whole flight thinking that it was not going to happen. And then was like, oh, hey. So, yeah, it was really scary. And then, because Calvin is a jerk, right? Then I moved the kids. I'm living with my brother-in-law in his garage, and his wife that absolutely hates me. And I am like temporarily seeing a OB there and to do my checkups because we're moving to Bismarck, right? And so I go see that doctor, and I have my kids, and they were like, oh, like they were doing the ultrasound to check the heartbeat, and I am 6 months pregnant at this time. 5 months pregnant at this time. And they were like, okay, this Doppler's not working. Let me get another one. And so he gets another one, and then he goes, you know what? These are notoriously bad. Let's use the one that's attached to the wall. And he does it, and finally he's like, let's go to the ultrasound room. And I was like, and we walked down there. I was like, please don't make this the worst day of my life. And he's like, come on in. And then he puts the ultrasound on me. He goes, oh, no, actually, everything's fine. I was like, what is Calvin doing to me? It was really, Melina, I did not see your message, but everybody's heartbroken for you. Let me scroll up. Melina, I am so sorry, and I did not mean to. I really hope that you're able to dip out and protect yourself, my love. I am so sorry to hear that, sweetie. I hope, Melina, interrupt the chat, girl. That wasn't an interruption. That was important, and we love you, and I am so, so sorry to hear about that, honey. And I really hope that you get your rainbow baby really soon. Because, yeah, we're all here for you. We're here for that moment. It's fine. It's just, honey, I'm so sorry. And if, sounds so shitty, get in my Discord so we can chat. I would love to be here for you. If you want to DM me, you can find me on Instagram and I'll chat with you. Come into Discord. We'll all talk with you. You know, we're all here for you, my love. You have 5 teddy bears and 2 kittens. What? Could you explain that to me better? You have your almost 24-year-old was a miracle baby. I love that, Jen. Lisa has a rainbow baby. My sister has one, and I remember we were talking a while ago, and I was like, oh, you know, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Do you think that you're going to, you know, be able to start trying again later? And she was so sketchy. She's being sketchy McDodgy. And Mark called it, but like very shortly later, she had announced her pregnancy well into her pregnancy. But so she was totally pregnant, just being like, I don't know when we'll try again. But they were just trying to be very protective. Angela has 2 rainbow babies. No kids, but you're 44 and close to menopause, so you think bears and kittens will be your children, I think. I'm going to pray for you, my love. Amy, 2 rainbow babies after. That's really hard. It happens so much more than we talk about. We really do. So for a while, about a decade on and off, I was a doula. So I helped people have babies. And when everybody's like, ooh, what's your favorite birth? I'm like, oh, you're not going to like it. But it was absolutely, the mom was at 23 weeks and there was just not really a chance. There was no chance. And it was my favorite birth that I have ever attended. I was so grateful for the opportunity to be there and hold space for her. It was, which everybody like would think I would pick like a really cute one where I'm like, oh, this baby was so great and stuff like that. And I'm like, nope, it was the stillbirth that I attended. That one was my favorite, not because it was my most fun, like by any means. It was not my favorite because of the outcome. It was because how important that moment was in her life and how much support she needed. And I was so happy I could show up for her. The cute ones are great. Like, ooh, that's fun. But it's the ones that are not cute. So, B. Oh, good. I'm so glad you have that. You used to work photographing babies. See that, Sherry, that's so important, that babies would pass. Also, another really good one for us was it's finding the mamas who have Down syndrome babies, because that's one of the few ones you can catch at birth. Like, I liked finding autism toddlers, but Down syndrome babies when they come out, because the thing is that when the stillborns, it's really hard because the nurses at the stillborn I was at were very awkward, and it was unfortunate. But like my really good friend, her toddler was was born with Down syndrome, but they did not know. And she said everything shifted and everybody was mourning the birth. And she's like, no, everybody stopped talking to her. And it was really sketchy. And she was like, it was horrible. And then this other mom comes in, like found out and like comes in and was like, this is awesome. You're going to love this. Like, you won the jackpot. This is going to be so great. Don't worry. And like came in. So like, that was a really cool active thing in the North Dakota community where people would be like, let's find them. Let's get these moms when we can. And it was so good. Yeah, it was just, but yeah, finding that and finding the autism toddlers where you're like, listen, this is gonna suck. Let's do it together. Was such an amazing thing that we did. And it really helped me because it was hard being by myself. And so finding them, yeah, they did act like the baby was broken. And it's like, I can see that because a lot of people, when you're like, oh, my kid has Down syndrome, they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And you're like, that's not the response I want. That's not it. Like, I don't know, when people are like, oh, well, my kids have autism. Yeah, that does suck. But I think the one I hate with that is they couldn't have better parents, where you're like, I don't like that comment. I get that you meant it nice, but it felt really mean for some reason. They do that with all disability. Yeah, it's crazy. Hi, Summer Young. 86 seconds. Oh, 86,000 seconds. Sorry, Bonnie. Have a good one. Hi, Miriam. How are you, sweetheart? Oh, volunteering. That would be really good. Yeah, some of they're pretty funny. Like, they're very joyous. But sometimes they're sassy jerks because they're also 3 years old when you're interacting. It was so funny because Jackie and I would talk about it, and she was like, she's still 3 though. She can still be a huge jerk. I was like, yeah. So yeah. Okay, do we want to go back talking about bugs and poop? Diagnosed at 21. To you, it's a superpower, but some people see it as a tragedy. Sammy couldn't be happier that she has it. She thinks it's the greatest thing ever. She's really looking forward to finding her love, who she just informed me is also going to be autistic. So Shane Gillis is very funny. What is a good response for somebody who's not blessed with any babies? Okay, for Down syndrome baby, it's any reaction you would have to any baby. What a blessing. What a great thing it is to have a baby. Like, oh my God, your baby's so cute. I'm excited to see all their toes. And then with autism, I would say, wow, that's really hard. It is hard. And I'm, like, I wasn't hand selected by God because of how amazing I am to deal with it. Everybody has struggles. But yeah, it's just like, that is hard. Yellow Sunflowers. Hi, Sean. Is Sunflower, like, are you holding the phone next to her head? Also, wake up, Sunflower. It's 2:21. Yes, Cairo. Your nephew has Down syndrome, Tracy. He's 26. Yeah. It's 11:21. Wake up, according to Leah. You just have the TV really loud. Have you tried spitefully rearranging your dishes? I found that works if my husband's sleeping in too late. She said she was napping. I already took a nap today. It was awesome. So, Mackenzie, you seem to not let the autism cripple your girls. They expect them to function. Yes, I just want them to be basic humans. Our little granddaughter has it's not arachnoid tumor. It's not a spider tumor. Is it a spider tumor? They told her daughter when she was pregnant, her daughter would never walk or talk, and she skipped grade. I love that. Amy, it's 6 a.m. Go to bed, girl. That's stupid. 11. Good night, Debbie. Dang. They're threatening to make a second Goonies movie, right? It's not going to be as good. It just isn't. And they shouldn't. Sunflower, you sleep like 90% of the day. You know what? I'm on your side now. Sean, how dare you? Rub your wife's feet now. She deserves it. Oh, okay, so that does make sense. It's too early for you guys. Goodness. She hates that. Sunflower, there's something fundamentally wrong with you. Foot rubs are the greatest. I like to trick my husband into doing it. The new Bridget Jones movie was horrible. Okay. I feel like a lot of actresses now did not handle their aging very properly and look very terrifying. There's no reason I brought that up after you said Bridget Jones, the new Bridget Jones movie at all. There's no connection. Foot rubs are amazing, Cairo Kitten. You haven't watched, I haven't watched any of them either, but like, I saw a commercial. Oh, Jen, that's really cute. How did I choose my kids' names? The twins are named after grandparents, and Calvin comes from Calvin and Hobbes. Because we love that book. It's our favorite. Dear Evan Hansen, I don't even know what that's about. I should watch that. Kick immediately. Cairo. Goonies isn't even good enough to have a sequel. Sean. Glenn. Sean's name is now Glenn because we're mad at him. Calvin and Hobbes is the cutest. I loved it growing up. My kids love the books too. And Calvin has a Hobbes. And it's so cute. And like very briefly, Target made Hobbes stuffies before they got sued, I'm pretty sure. And I managed to snag one. You're a manager at Joann's, and it's a terrible company. Feels very out of left field, Melina. Ew, my Mountain View is doing more typos. Yeah, Glenn sucks. We're mad at Glenn. Sloth was the best part of Goonies. Yes, Goonies was good. I loved it so much. So, I don't know. I just feel like stop remaking things. I want to see something really original, and I want it to like take by storm. I want like something amazing and really good. Oh, Leo said he's going there. Oh, okay, thank you. His attitude seems to be a good fit after your story today, right? He's so funny. Yeah, like stop remaking shitty movies, please. But also, really side quest. Okay, so who is on Justin Baldoni's side now that everything's coming out? There was a website launched, not at all trying to influence your version, or Blake Lively? Do we think Blake Lively's downfall is going to pull down Ryan Reynolds? Like, I think Blake Lively is going to pull down Ryan Reynolds. I think they're both going to be ruined. Yeah, Brett, AI writes everything. I've had AI try to generate some stuff for me, and I was like, not doing great. And then also somebody emailed me. They're like, hey, who writes your scripts? I'd love to take a whack at it. And I was like, I love that you think that that's scripted and not just me word vomiting for an hour. Ryan is going to go down for horrible commercials. Who are these people? Bunny, you don't know? Oh, my Lord. I think Ryan did do some stuff in it. Blake is another Amber Heard. I feel that way too, Elephant. And I need them to live stream. Also, how busy are we going to be this summer? Okay. With, write my script, Brett. Who writes your script? I was like, I didn't know I was going to talk about honeybees. Okay. We're going to be so busy this summer. Have you guys seen Emily D. Baker explain our court lineup? It's going to be intense. There's so many things. The Idaho murders, and I think the retrial of, what's her name? Hold on. The retrial. What's her name? She absolutely did not kill her boyfriend in the snowstorm, and the... Oh, yeah, I watch LawTube. Of course I watch LawTube. Karen Reed. Thank you, Brett. Karen Reed. And then there's one more that's going this summer. Oh, it's the woman who definitely hired to have her daughter-in-law killed and tried to escape, and her name is Donna Adelson? Yeah. Like, it's gonna be intense. We're gonna have so much to watch. Brett's getting it icking on Ryan Reynolds. I feel like Baldoni gives off Russell Brand vibes to me. Maybe, except for Russell Brand went pretty conservative, and Justin Baldoni is very liberal, I believe. You haven't heard what Ryan Reynolds did to Kelly. Okay, Kelly, his wife Blake Lively did a film it was directed by Justin Baldoni called It Ends With Us. And It Ends With Us is about domestic violence. Blake Lively is just the actress in it, but then started getting producer credits and then kind of took over and hired her own editing team, did not want an intimacy coordinator, and then like a lot of bad press came out about her. And so she said it was in retaliation because she came after Justin Baldoni for being really creepy and like making her feel sexually uncomfortable and everything like that. And then Justin Baldoni came back with a bunch of stuff that was like, actually, I videotaped that segment that you talked about and it was like completely different. So they think Blake Lively, in conjunction with her husband, Ryan Reynolds, spin it to kind of take over the video, and she might just be a really bad mean girl and it's like going crazy. And so now everybody's suing everybody else in that. It's crazy. The Karen Reed one's going to be ducks. Taco Dog said you should add Meghan and Harry to the list of dramas. I am obsessed with Meghan and Meghan and Harry. And I hate them. But, you know, I do like watching Biebs Kelly. She does good breakdowns, but she also breaks down Meghan Markle's fashion choices and why they're so terrible. And while I am significantly heavier than Meghan Markle, she and I have the same body type. And so I watch it obsessively to be like, oh, okay, so don't wear that. Got it. Don't wear that. That doesn't work. And I get a lot of like ideas of what I actually should wear because of how snarky people are about Meghan Markle. And no one really cared about the Lively Baldoni movie, right? Okay, so then I saw a clip of It Ends With Us, and it was like really impactful. And I thought, I wish they had done better. Like, I wish it was just handled better and not like a girly pop movie where you just go hang out. I wanted it to be more serious because I felt like it was a serious topic. Okay, this is not last. Ugh. A lot of people think Blake likely had it in for Justin, who is, by all accounts, obsessed with his wife. It looks like he is like so in love with his wife still, and pivots back. It Ends With Us is a book. Yeah, and so you're more of a William and Kate fan. I do like William and Kate. It was supposed to be much more serious. Like, it was. And they used her cut, her director's edit and stuff like that. And like, maybe Ryan Reynolds rewrote one of the scenes during the strikes and now he's a scab, which is funny. Yeah, it's crazy. And maybe it never would have been good either way, but it should have been handled better. You read a lot, never like movies better than the books. Me either. It doesn't look right. And then I especially hate it when I read a book and I know what they look like, and then I watch a movie enough that it changes and that's what they look like. No, thank you. Like, I don't like that. It's never how I imagine them. And like, of course it's not going to be exact, but I don't want you changing who's in my brain. Except Fried Green Tomatoes. I haven't read the book, but the movie was good. Pride and Prejudice. That one is really good. Where do you watch live court trials? Kimberly, Emily D. Baker, obviously. Emily D. Baker on YouTube. Because she, dead to me now. Are we talking to Kimberly? Kimberly's dead to us right now. So Emily D. Baker is a lawyer, but she's like so much better than that. She's a lawyer and she breaks down like the law of it all. And got me. Damn it, Kimberly Rose. Mute Kimberly Rose, 800,000 minutes. Tammy's not bullying me well. Harry Potter movies were good. Yeah. Okay. So that's somebody who now the Harry Potter characters are in my head when I read the books. Like that definitely pivoted. Candace Owens does have it on the Blake Lively thing. Like she's going in on it. It's so funny. Melina, you can watch the Harry Potter movies and you will enjoy it. You will start watching them around Halloween and you will finish watching them around Christmas and you will enjoy every moment of it. Blake should have been at the Super Bowl in The Sweet with Taylor. Yeah, should have, but didn't. Yeah, I don't really like Tom Cruise either. I have big feelings about Scientology. Second Dumbledore is the worst. They're too different from the books. The Twilight books are so much better than the movies. I actually really enjoy the Twilight books, and I understand that they're trash, sure. But I really like them, and I reread them often, and I've never seen the Twilight movies. She could have been booed with Taylor. The Green Mile is a better movie than the book. I have to reread and rewatch to have a good opinion on that. But the first Dumbledore died, you guys. Like, he died. That's not his fault. Why was Taylor booed? Because she's clearly with that guy, Travis Kelce, who's the Chiefs, and most of the fans were Eagles fans. I'd like to hear your opinion, podcast item. Rebecca, say that differently. So don't cast a horrible weirdo that yells at Harry. Hi, Jenny. Lord of the Rings did awesome with the movies, right? And I think it's because they made them so long. I think Stephen King is a genius. Did you know Stephen King's dad abandoned him and was a failed writer? And I think that's really funny that Stephen King's like one of the best in the world, dad. Rereading Great Expectations now. What book do I really, really like? Of course I really like this book. It's about an apocalypse, and it's amazing. What is that book? Stephen King Apocalypse. The only title I can think of is It, and that's clearly not it. His son's an author as well. I don't know. Oh, where I lived in, that's funny. I love how you say that different. Well, I don't, sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't understand that. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. That is a good idea. The Stand. Thank you, Meg. Okay. Where I lived in it's Middle California. I lived near San Francisco for a while and I worked at a bar. At the bar I worked at, there was a batshit dude. He'd come in on occasion. He was fine. He wasn't unsafe, but he was absolutely batshit crazy. And he was obsessed with the fact that Stephen King murdered John Lennon. And he drove around in a white murder van, right? But plastered all over it was like JohnLennonMurderTruth.com. And he kept, like, that's all he wanted to talk about was how Stephen King murdered John Lennon. And if you guys Google it, if you Google up, like, Stephen King murdered John Lennon van, there are pictures of it. And he would just, like, constantly be there. I don't know what happened to him. Eventually he left. But, like, he was so intense. Need ideas of what to watch this long weekend. Finish Tiger King. Melanie loved it, hated it at once. Okay. It's so crazy, right? So good. So many pivots that you did not expect. You guys are Elephant. You're probably on a Fed list anyways. It's fine. Hi, babes. How you doing? You came in to refill my coffee? Maybe? You've never seen Tiger King, you guys. King wrote Hansel and Gretel with Maurice Sendak. It's coming out in September. Well, Tammy, I think that's a stretch to say that he wrote Hansel and Gretel with anyone. Elephant, you guys have to watch Tiger King. Staircase. So I know about that murder-ish, but I didn't know that they're making a movie about it. Kelly, you do need to watch it. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. There's like a gay throuple wedding. There is Michael Jackson's alligators die at some point. There's a sex cult, murder for hire, presidential runs. Like, it's got everything. It's got it all. Reused expired meat for public consumption pizza. Like, it's so good. There's a music video. There's a couple music videos. Aggressive. Oh, I can't say that word. I don't know if I can say that word. Can I say DILDO on YouTube, do you think? But aggressive those. And I mean aggressive. Watch Due South, the old TV show. The movie has Colin Firth, and they already made it. Never watched it, but the husband made his own documentary series. Okay. No, I'm not going to say it, Meg. I don't think I'm allowed to say it. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you so much. I love you so much. Don't. That is inappropriate. That, I need HR, guys. I just got sexually harassed. Pretty, that, you guys know helicoptering? There's not enough cream. I'm not going to call him back here, though. Who knows what's going to happen next? He's a pervert. I'm Pam! Oh my God. Okay, so there's See, I should never do my hair cute. Get harassed. I need oh, you know what though? I did not monetize this, so oh my God, elephant. That guy. Anyway, it wasn't so much a wink as it was a wave. Well, the weird things are scared you as a child. Oh, that will be scary. Like the book? Wait, maybe you're really young. The movie? I was working for a restaurant school, like high school kids becoming chefs. Oh, that would be cool. That's funny. I don't even like my husband. He's so gross. Oh my God, Lena, that is funny. Flowers in the Attic was traumatic. Oh my gosh. You'll never look at, they're all perverts. They really are. They're just so ridiculous. I was talking to a Marshall wife, and she and I was getting along smashingly with her. Like, she was so much fun and stuff like that. And finally, eventually, I connected who her husband was, and I was like, oh, our husbands assault each other all of the time. When we first met him, I was trying to be like on my best behavior, and I was like, oh, you know, this might be formal and stuff like that. No, they just, like, that's his work boyfriends. They're all perverts all of the time. 5 packages of potatoes, 3 lemonade, 1 kilo dill. You married a Marine, right, Ellie? Those lemons, not lemonade. I was like, you know, maybe you need 3 kilograms of lemonade. Amy, I haven't watched the menu. I've watched a recap of the menu, and it looks really, really well done. Because I don't watch scary movies. You love him. You can tell. For right now, I'm going to poison him and take his life insurance. All right, Amy, I'll watch it. It's a huge perv, right? There's a town in Newfoundland called that. Arlington Road is old but super creepy. I can't watch scary movies directly. Also, if I think something's going to be too scary on YouTube, I also pull up the comment section. So I only see like this much of it. And then like I hide in the comments and read for support. Digitaroo. I don't think I can say that well. My Sweet Adrena was also weird. It's not scary, it's intense, and it's about domestic terrorism. The Menu? I'm crossing streams here. The Menu is not about domestic terrorism. You still think my hubby's a fine man? Thank you, Steve. I settled for him. Jen. It's the back massager. You only watch horror movies? It's hard. Yes, Pamela. What? The Menu is cannibalism. No. No. Actually, I haven't watched it all the way, so maybe. Ooh, Unsolved Mysteries. How about, hold on. It's old. It's old. Like, think back to maybe late 80s. But the Rescue 911, like, the sound of the intro of Rescue 911 was so scary and tense to me. Like, it was so terrifying. But I always wanted to watch it. And my parents would be like, no, you know. And I always wanted to watch it. But it was scary. You watch Grimm so many times, I don't think anything can scare me. I think now, oh my God, The Crypt Keeper was so scary. Oh, he was. I used to love scary movies when I was that age. Unsolved Mysteries didn't bother me as much. It's so much safer here, Mackenzie. Although I watch all of my scary movies on YouTube. Dated 2 different cops, married an engineer. Why, Jen? Why Yellow Jackets? Cannibalism and Yellow Jackets? What? Do you guys watch Kendall Ray? No. A really, really weird homicide with a Brazilian au pair. No, Lena, I didn't. That sounds really interesting, though. Kendall Ray. Okay. Right, my copy husband doesn't like watching law shows at all. Yellow Jackets is the Lord of the Flies with girls instead of boys. Oh, that does sound scary. Yeah, Cujo and Jaws were very scary. I watched a lot of slasher movies, and they're so inappropriate because, like, my dad was letting me watch them when I was, like, 9, and there's so much sex in slasher movies. So much sex. It's half, I swear to God, these are, like, half pornos, half scary movies. Because, you know, they're the level of fear arousal is very intertwined and all of that stuff. And, like, that's why they work so well. Whatever. I was not of the age where I should have been watching that. Whenever I'm like, maybe I'm a bad parent, I think about how parenting was when we were growing up. And I was like, wait, I think I'm okay. Hi, Crystal. How are you, sweetheart? I enjoyed reading Lord of the Flies too. Right? Holly, I feel the same way. I used to love scary things, and then I just have a really hard time with it now. It's good to see you too, Crystal. My favorite. I'm wrapping up, by the way. So thanks for showing up late, loser. The Exorcist is one movie you refuse to watch. Luckily, when you go back now, it's kind of crappily made. So where you're like, oh, that's not scary. That's just bad special effects. I never watched Salem's Lot. They had a commercial to remind our parents they had kids, right? Like, I feel better about my parenting choices sometimes when I look back when I was a kid. I was like, oh, wait, okay. Yes, Holly, I don't understand that. I didn't watch Wolf Creek. Do you guys remember? Okay, which Stephen King book is this? Okay. Um, it was so long ago, so this is very poorly described, but you have like a life thing and they can be cut and there are auras. And if you go to like this different plane of being, like you can suck some of the life force. And then they were thinking their conversation with these beings where the woman was like, it felt like stealing and she was stealing it from them. And then the other being was like, no, it's more like taking scoops of water out of the ocean. Like there's just always more ocean. And it's Gen X? Life balloons. What is that? Was it called No, Gen X, we're talking about the good generation. What is that book called? Remember that book? You know what's funny though? Is now I'm at the age where I'm like, have I seen one of my kids? Like, I know I saw two of them, but did I see the third one yet, or are they not here? What book was that? Was it Insomnia, Steve? Did I ever watch scary movies that freaked me out as a kid? I think I saw Poltergeist a few years ago. The special effects. Even though I do believe in Poltergeist, their special effects were actually dead bodies. And that bothers me. Was it the Dark Tower World? Okay, Jen, it could have been that. You guys, was it Dark Tower? That sounds really accurate, Jen. No, you guys, we have to name the book about the life force stealing. I swear it was by Stephen King. It was Insomnia? No. Okay. Tam, what are you doing? Tammy's just saying shit and then being like, just kidding. Wasn't that? Wait, actual dead bodies. Hey, Cass. Yeah, actual dead bodies. Which is why I need to be composted, because I feel like after a certain amount of time passed, they're like, I mean, it's just a skeleton. Who cares? And then they just throw you in a pool with an actress who starts screaming. Not Dark Tower, Insomnia, yes. Tammy's pretending like she can't type, but really she's just emotionally abusing me. It was Insomnia. Okay. Guess you'll go eat worms. Go eat worms, Jaina. Bye, Julie. Have fun walking, sweetie. TV series similar called Behind Her Eyes. That sounds creepy. Disney World has dead bodies on their rides all the time. You go through Haunted Mansion, just going through cremated people. Dr. Sleep. Meg just says Bonnie, so we're mad at Bonnie, I guess. Bonnie sucks. Soylent Green, what is that? What is Dr. Sleep? Is it a book or a movie? No, like the skeletons were real dead bodies. Yeah, in the pool scene. Cremated People is your metal band's name. Cass, you had a typo in there, idiot. Nobody loves you now. Both. Swiss Army Rifle wrote Bothk. It's embarrassing. I can't spell, okay? It just makes you a bad person, Cass. Nobody loves you. All right. The book It deals with LifeString as well? That's interesting. Typo support group meeting today. But you spelled that correctly. The first book is called Shining. Has anybody seen a recut of the Shining trailer where it's really upbeat and positive and it makes it look like it's a really cute family film? I love that for some reason. Canada is going to be the best state. Okay, you guys, I am wrapping this up because I want to go eat some snacks and play some video games. Maybe have a cute little nap on the couch. Who knows? But I had fun with you. It got weird, obviously. It got weird, got deep. then it pivoted again. So I love you guys so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your weekend. And we'll figure out what I go do next week. I have very mild, vague ideas of what I'm going to do. So who knows? But I love you so much. Bye.